Hey YouTube, it's ICU. Welcome to the 224th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors, and let's talk about jailbreaking. Alright, and to start off, let's go over the obvious. No, there's not a new iOS 8.2 jailbreak as suggested by the title of this video down below, and before we get into the reasoning as to why there isn't one, let's back up a second and get into the rumors that suggested a new jailbreak would be released today, March 27th, or actually last night, depending on which time zone you're in, because of course, the event that spurred the rumors, being MSS 2015, was held in Beijing, China, which is about 15 hours ahead of where I am right now, so of course they're about half a day ahead of us, so it's been the 27th there for some time now. But essentially, TaiG, the group behind the creation of the latest untethered jailbreak for iOS 8.1.2 and up to 8.2 betas 1 and 2, hosted MSS 2015 again in Beijing, China. So let's go over what it means. For those of you who are unaware, MSS stands for the Mobile Security Summit, and numerous key and influential people who have been a part of the jailbreak community for years, as well as newcomers like TaiG themselves, demonstrated a few different things during the event, and they also held keynote presentations not unlike Apple's numerous media events, but it's completely centered around jailbreaking, and unfortunately there was no sort of live stream during the event. Security was extremely tight, I'm told, and obviously a new jailbreak for iOS 8.2 was not released at the event. Instead, some of the brightest minds in the world of jailbreaking shared their knowledge with one another, and they discussed various things like Open Jailbreak from POSIX Ninja, which is essentially a way to sort of open source jailbreak utilities post-release, so that way people can learn and the jailbreak community can kind of evolve, more people can come on board, and overall I think that this summit is actually more important than the release of a single jailbreak utility and hopefully will benefit for years to come. And of course, unfortunately, when the event was announced, numerous individuals mistakenly took it as the unofficial confirmation of new jailbreak utility and its release today, again on March 27th. Now really quick, other key people who presented at the conference include Comax, former jailbreak wonderkin, who's one of the only people in the world to single-handedly create a jailbreak utility, as well as of course TaiG's team leader, TaiG's single developer, who's another individual that created a jailbreak utility solo, being XN, and POSIX Ninja, the former Chronic dev team, as well as several other individuals. So overall, some really brilliant minds discussing things and the future and how we can kind of move forward and collaborate with one another as we start to progress past iOS 8.2, iOS 9, and beyond. Now, kind of wrapping things up here and providing a general overview for you guys, no, a new jailbreak for 8.2 was not released, and that's kind of a good thing. And before you say, hey, wait a second, how is that a good thing? We haven't had a new jailbreak utility since iOS 8.1.3 patched the latest TaiG untethered jailbreak, and yes, while that is true, the thing is, iOS 8.2 was released over 2 weeks ago at this point, and 8.3 is in its 4th developer beta stage of testing, which means that it could be released at any point in time, and we're already far enough from 8.2's release that a new jailbreak utility at this point would seem kind of backwards, because Apple would have ample time to implement a new jailbreak patching solution into iOS 8.3 and then release 8.3, whether it's next week, 2 weeks from now, or 3 weeks from now, or even when the Apple Watch is released. Then the 24th of next month being April, that would mean we'd be back in the exact same situation that we're in right now. It would be better off for TaiG to wait for iOS 8.3, which is actually what it appears like they're doing, and what I've stated throughout my numerous jailbreak update videos. If you want additional information on the current status of things and kind of what we can expect from the future, then just be sure to watch my jailbreak update videos. I will have them linked to down below in the more info. And now kind of moving on, but within the same realm of things, again being iOS, earlier this week Apple did see the 4th beta iteration of 8.3 to registered developers, and they released the 2nd beta version to those who partake in the company's new public iOS testing program. Overall, 8.3 doesn't include much over 8.2, however some of its highlights include a new emoji selection method, as well as skin tone modifiers for select emoji, the correction of the ever so annoying small spacebar in Safari issue that so many users have complained about, the ability to initiate speakerphone calls via Siri, a setting that allows you to actually always be able to download free App Store apps without having to constantly enter your password, and more. And for those of you who want all of the details on iOS 8.3, the changelog for the 4th beta can be found on the post that I have linked to down below in the more info. Moving on, let's talk about Apple's next generation iPhone, likely being the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus, but not those devices. another one. It's rumored that Apple will actually release 3 different iPhone models this year in 2015, in addition to the 2 larger iPhones being the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus, or 4.7 inches and 5.5 inches respectively. It's suggested that Apple will refresh their smaller 4-inch form factor with the iPhone 6C. Now, at this point, it does make sense because there are quite a few customers who still really do prefer the 4-inch form factor of smaller devices like the iPhone 5S, and they want to see updated specifications and they want an overall improved experience, and would likely be hardware similar to the current generation iPhones, being the 6 and the 6 Plus, in a smaller package at a slightly cheaper price point, and it might even include a plastic back similar to the other C-series iPhone, which is the only one that's been released to date. It hasn't been refreshed since its initial release in 2013, again, the iPhone 5C. So will Apple release 3 different iPhone models this year? We'll just have to wait and see. Again, as of now, anything you hear related to the next generation iPhone, or in this case, iPhones, is based on rumors and speculation, just like the rumors suggesting a new jailbreak would be released. So again, I wouldn't trust anything until it's officially announced by Apple on stage later this year, but I will keep you guys completely notified of all of the new and interesting rumors that propagate throughout the Apple blogosphere. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that. What do you think about a lower cost iPhone in a 4-inch package with iPhone 6 and 6 Plus specs? Let me know down below in the comments section. And now next up, I briefly wanted to mention that also earlier this week, I released a new video comparing the 2015 MacBook Pro against the 2015 MacBook Air, the 2 different MacBook models that I created unboxing videos for. And if you guys want to see which one I would pick and which one might be better for you, just be sure to check it out. All right, moving on, let's briefly discuss Apple's next device, being the Apple Watch, which will be available for pre-order next month, April 10th, and will actually ship later that month, April 24th. But that information is nothing new. What are the apps that are actually being updated across the App Store to include Apple Watch specific components. So we already have developers adopting the device, and I personally am pretty excited for it. I really can't wait to unbox it, get my hands on it, and do a thorough review for you guys and let you know what I think and some useful applications for it, because I know there's definitely some controversy about the Apple Watch going on right now, and hopefully I'll be able to dispel that once the device is actually released, because already I can think of a few useful instances for it. Finally, to conclude this week's episode, let's talk about my all-new iPhone 6 giveaway, which I did announce recently. It's extremely easy to enter. All you have to do is go to freeappsfast.com inside of mobile Safari on your iOS device, sign up, start downloading applications, come back to any of my recent videos, rate them up, and then leave a relevant comment down below in the comment section containing your referral code, which is actually the piece that appears in the 4th tab at the bottom after the link itself. Now, I was planning on concluding that giveaway actually this week, but because there were a few issues with Free Apps Fast, primarily related to new users signing up, we have kind of delayed that. So I'll keep you guys updated, but I wanted to ensure that you guys had a fair chance to enter and to possibly win an all-new iPhone 6. So that's definitely still going on, and it will conclude soon. Be sure to enter as soon as you can by visiting freeappsfast.com. Again, coming back here, rating it up, and leaving a comment in the comment section. And now that concludes this week's episode. If you guys want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos covering various things like jailbreaking, as well as when I release my next untethered jailbreak tutorial once the next utility is available, just be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, add me in with your circles inside of Google+, follow me on Instagram at ICUID, and subscribe to my secondary YouTube channel at youtube.com/ICUID. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.